Are you looking for ways to make your streams more immersive and add crazy effects? Well, there's a brand new plugin for OBS by the one and only Exeldro. This plugin is the 3D effect. So the 3D transform that you used to have in Stream Effects is now in a separate plugin, and it is so easy to use. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get it all installed, how to use it, and then stay tuned for the end because I'm going to show you a cool use case with different plugins and, I don't know, create some cool effects, alright? So to get this downloaded, we get it from the OBS website just here. This is 3D Effect. It literally came out today. Obviously, this is why you want to get subscribed, because I come out with the best tips straight away as soon as it comes out, or sometimes even before it comes out. Also, I'm doing a full tutorial on replacing Stream Effects, so you've got an alternative to use now that it's paywalled. So get subscribed for that. We just need to head up here and press download, and then you've got the Linux, Mac, Windows installer. This is the one that I always recommend using, the installer, because it just makes sure everything is installed correctly. Or you can do the manual zip as well. If you're doing the manual zip, you just press download. It'll then create the zip file. You can open up the zip file. You can see here the 3D effect. We're just going to copy these two files, and you just head to wherever your OBS is located. So usually it's in C drive, program files, then OBS-studio, all lowercase, and just paste it directly into there. It will say all your admin privileges denied and all that jazz. Just say continue. It's all fine to do. You can also download this plugin through the StreamUp plugin installer, which basically has all the plugins that we recommend for OBS all up to date in one place. So you just run a batch file and it will get all of the up-to-date plugins. If you want to see a tutorial on that, I'll leave it in down below and up here as well. Bosh! Once all that's all installed, we can head into OBS then, and we can start applying this effect to different sources. So we can use pretty much any source at all. I'm just going to be using an image source for now, since I'm using another OBS to record this video and it could get quite complicated. Whichever source you want to do it on, you just need to press the filters button, or you can right click and press filters. Add an effect filter, so right click and press add, and you should see 3D effect. If it's not there, it means you've probably installed it wrong, so just head back to the previous step and make sure you've got it in the correct location for OBS to read it. So we can select 3D effect now and give it any name we like, so I'll just call it 3D effect for now. And you've got a bunch of different options. Exactly the same as the 3D transform one, but I think it looks a little bit easier on the eye. So we've got field of view. So you can see our size here. If I change the field of view, it just zooms it in, zooms it out basically. But it's not extending where the source boundaries box is. So I can adjust that just here, like so. And we've also got rotation X. So we can change where it is, flip it completely upside down in 3D space. We've also got the Y axis as well, so we do exactly the same. So we can flip it again, and we've also got the Z as well to rotate it. And you can use all these at the exact same time to get whatever effect that you want. So you can see it's going out of the edge here. I can increase the field of view if I wanted to, so you can get some really weird and wonderful effects depending on what you want to use this for. So you can have your webcam to one side maybe and put it in 3D space to give your stream a little bit more depth. Next up, we can change the position, so we can move it across pixels and down pixels within the bounding box as well. And that's the same for the X-axis, the Y-axis, and also the Z as well. So if I say set this to 1000, it'll really start changing how that looks, because we're rotating it as well as we're changing the position, as well as having the rotation there as well. So this looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but as we start tweaking with it, you'll see all the wonderful effects that we've got there. And depending on how you want to do this, you can create some 3D looking backgrounds that you want to, or you could put something on a screen that's next to you or something like that and make it look like it's actually playing from that monitor. We've also got finally the scale as well. So we've got the X-axis scale and the Y-axis scale, so we can completely manipulate a source without actually changing the actual size of the source as well. So we can move it in 3D space, which is really cool. So I wanted to tell you a couple of things that you could do with this, right? We can actually put multiple plugins together to create some advanced effects. So if I add the 3D effect just here, so I want to make it so it rotates on the Y-axis and keeps flipping like this, similar to like flipping a coin maybe, or something like that. So I'm going to make this full screen for now. I know it's probably not going to look right for this particular image, but it's fine for this use case. So we're just going to get it to flip like a coin, like so, and flip back. So we can actually add another filter, and using another plugin from Exeldro, the Move Transition plugin. I've got tons of videos on it. If you want to find out more, then go check them out. They're literally plastered all over this channel. I'm going to use the Move Value filter. So I'm going to put step 1 is what I'm going to call this one. And we can choose a different filter to control the values of. So I'm going to select from the drop down the 3D effect. And then I'm also going to choose multiple settings or a single setting. So if I do multiple settings, you will see sometimes you have to kind of resize this box a little bit to show it up properly. It's just a bug that's in OBS. We can actually see all of the different values that we can control in the 3D effect plugin. So if I press get values, it's going to find all the values that we've actually got set at the moment on the 3D effect and put them directly into here. Now I need to do step 2. So I'm going to right click step 1 and duplicate it and call this step 2. Now I want to move this Y rotation to somewhere else. So I'm going to move it to 180 degrees now. Go to step 2 and press get values. So I had to just refresh it, press get value, or you can move it manually. It's completely up to you. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to say actually to make it do 5 seconds, just so it's a little bit longer. And I'm actually going to go back to step 1 and make this change instantly. And you'll see why in just a second. So I'm going to change the duration to 0 and then scroll down again and go next move, step 2. And then from step 2, I'm going to tell step 2 the next move to go back to step 1. So we've created a loop from step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2, and it constantly will just keep looping. So now when I turn on the step 1 filter, now it's triggering step 2. It will go back again. So now we've got something just rotating in 3D space on a constant loop. It's a cool way to add some extra effects to your stream. There's a lot of different use cases for this. Like, I don't know, you could put somebody's profile picture on screen when you do a shout out, get that to rotate or do some sort of cool effect. But I think we can all agree this is a really cool plugin, and it means that it's one less thing you need stream effects for, which is an added bonus as well, right? Obviously, if you want to get some really cool stream effects, I actually have a Ko-fi and Patreon that you can literally get all the latest cool effects that I create for my streams, like widgets, effects, tools, all that kind of stuff, and you can get them for literally as low as £5 a month if you want to help support the content as well. Make sure you do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Put your rockin' with a stone.